Welcome to Pasefika TV News. It's your 6 o'clock news, and the time now is 6:15. My name is Bob Tautalaso'o.
And I'm the beautiful Tala-Smith.
The use of illegal drugs in the Pacific is causing concern as the number of people caught and shipments intercepted by police and customs continues to grow. Now, to look into this menace in our society, our crime reporter, Tala-Smith, is in Apia, Samoa right now, and we cross live to her. Talofalava Tala.
Talofalava Bob.
Okay, now, P is causing havoc here in New Zealand. Are we seeing the use of P on the increase there in Apia, Samoa?
Well, I have been here with the trucks unit, the Samoan Police Department. I've been here a few times, and I guess just through my own research about this truck, most people who are addicted to this truck usually use a lot of weight or are quite slim. But just sitting here in the capital of Samoa, here in Apia, and I look around, I think it's safe to say no one is addicted to this truck. And I guess if they were, they'll be so high they would be Apia. Yeah, sorry, back to you, Bob.
New Zealand's government could this year consider a law which would make it legal for someone suffering from an incurable or painful disease to end their lives mercifully. Euthanasia is also an issue that our Pacific Island communities are trying to come to terms with. We cross now live to Niue, where our health reporter, Tala-Smith, is right now. Whakalofalahi atu, Tala.
Whakalofalahi atu, Bob.
How are things there in Niue? Now, you've been there one night and one day. What are the thoughts of the locals about the issue of euthanasia?
Sorry?
What do the people of Niue think about euthanasia?
I think the people of Niue are more concerned about the youth in Niue than the youth in Asia.
Tala, euthanasia is the right to die.
Yeah, it might be the right to die, but then wrong tomorrow?
Nevertheless, those who are fighting for it say that they determine how they live and therefore they should determine how they die. Surely you've spoken with the people of Niue about this.
Well, I have spoken to the local.
You mean the locals?
No, there's only one person on the island.
Okay.
Yeah, and he also flew me here on the plane. And then he stamped my passport through the customs. And then he drove me in the taxi to the hotel. And then he checked me into the hotel. When I got to the hotel, there was only one room. There was only one bed. I thought, wow, it's only him and me, one bed. I thought I was going to get lucky. So I asked him, I said, excuse me, sir, what's the sleeping arrangements? Are we going to share the bed? He said, oh, hell no. I said, oh, where are you going to sleep? He said he'd rather sleep outside on the sharp rocks. I was like, oh, no. Because I knew that the weather forecast is going to be a big storm. I thought, if this big storm comes, then you might get blown away. He said, oh, you're not going to get blown away. I said, I'm worried because you might die. He said he'll take a risk. So I think it's safe to say the local here in Niue, they believe in what you're talking about the youth in China.
The spread of the Zika virus throughout the world is causing concern among our Pasefika community, both in New Zealand and in the Pacific Islands. In Brazil earlier this year, more than 1.5 million people were confirmed with the virus. And in New Zealand itself, 9 people were confirmed with it, 4 Samoans and 4 Tongans. Now we cross live to Tonga, where our health correspondent, Tala-Smith, is right now. Malo lele, Tala.
Malo lele, Bob.
Okay, so before we talk about Zika, let's talk about a similar disease that's been in the Pacific for a while now, dengue. Is there still dengue in Tonga?
Still what?
Is there still dengue in Tonga?
Yeah, I guess they still got those normal cases, you know, like dengue feet, dengue breath, dengue armpits.
No. Tala, dengue. Dengue starts with D. Dengue. Dengue.
Oh, dengue. Yes, my uncle, he gets it on Saturdays.
How can your uncle only get dengue on a Saturday?
Because he used it for fishing.
Okay, Tala, let's come back to something hopefully you'll know something about. Zika. Now, 9 people in New Zealand confirmed with Zika earlier this year, 4 Tongans, 4 Samoans. You've spoken with the 9th person. How are they?
Yes, he's actually the 9th person. He's a tourist from UK. And I said to him, how are you doing? He said, he saw the doctor. The doctor gave him a good news and a bad news. I said, so what's the bad news? He said, he's got the Zika virus. I said, wow, so what's the good news? He said, oh, I'm not Tongan or Samoan. Then that's when I punched him in the face.
So, how are they now?
He's still in the hospital, but he's got the Zika virus, but now with no teeth.
Okay, so more than 1.5 million people in Brazil have the Zika virus. Any explanation as to why it's spreading like wildfire in Brazil?
Well, because we know that this virus is transmitted from mosquito into people's body. In Brazil, it's quite a warm place, and they do a lot of samba dancing. And as you see, not many of them wear much. I mean, you know what it's like to be a mosquito, don't you? Because when you look at me, you just want to bite me, eh, Bob? All right, yeah, oh, Bob, stop it, yeah. But anyway, I used to be a samba dancer, and you don't wear much, so it's easy for the mosquito, very tempting for the mosquito.
Oh, you used to be a samba dancer?
Yes, I used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was leading the samba group, I used to wear my two-piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just my shades and my candles. Okay, I was lying. I didn't wear shades.
So what are the governments in the Pacific, what are they doing to ensure that the Zika virus doesn't spread?
Well, I'm quite sad because the Pacific Island government is not really doing that much. But they need to take an example like from more international government, like Indonesia.
Oh, what are they doing in Indonesia?
Well, I was there last week, and all the women, they really cover themselves up really well to stop this mosquito. The only thing you can see is just their eyes.
I think you'll find it's because Indonesia is one of the world's biggest Muslim countries, so they dress accordingly, the women there.
Oh, yes, what that explains it. Now I know why they go to the mosque.
Why?
To get away from the mosquito. Sorry, back to you, Bob.
So just one final question. Why is it called Zika?
Because once you get it, you're only going to get Zika and Zika.
And that's your 6 o'clock news.